Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today, we're diving into a fascinating article about a neuroscientist's research into the visual effects of psychedelics. It's mind-bending stuff.
I'm all ears. Psychedelics and vision? That sounds incredibly complex. What's the core of this research?
Exactly. The core is using a massive dataset of trip reports from Erowid, a website archiving psychedelic experiences since the 90s. They've got, 40,000 reports. A neuroscientist, Sean Noah, is using large language models to analyze these reports, looking for patterns in the visual effects described.
Wow, 40,000 reports. That's a huge data set. So they're not just looking at, say, lab experiments? This is real-world data?
Precisely. Real-world, self-reported experiences. Which is both amazing and challenging. The challenge is that the reports are incredibly varied. Some are highly descriptive, others less so. And the language used is, let's just say it's not always scientific.
Right, the subjective nature of these experiences. I can imagine. So what kind of visual effects are they finding most commonly?
In their first paper, they looked at things like changing colors, walls, breathing, visual trails, and geometric patterns. All pretty common tropes in psychedelic descriptions. But, only about 5% of the reports focus heavily on visual effects. The rest is narrative, context, dosage information, etc.
Only 5%? That's surprising. What's in the other 95% then? Anything unexpected?
Yeah, that's what's really interesting. Noah mentioned that some expected effects, like encounters with entities, elves for example, were less common than he anticipated. But other things, like seeing symbols, letters, and machinery, popped up surprisingly often. Completely unexpected motifs.
Fascinating. So what's the ultimate goal of this research? Beyond just cataloging visual effects, I mean.
The long-term goal is to develop a bottom-up method for identifying visual effects. Instead of predefining categories, they want the model to learn the categories from the data itself. This could be applied to other aspects of trip reports too. Emotions, cognitive effects, and so on. It's like creating a kind of psychedelic natural history.
A psychedelic natural history. I love that. It's a really creative approach. But how does this relate to understanding vision and cognition in general?
That's the big picture. By understanding how psychedelics alter visual perception, they hope to gain insights into how the brain processes visual information in the first place. They're even starting a new study using fMRI to see how psilocybin affects brain activity during visual illusions. Similar to the famous the dress phenomenon.
That's brilliant. Using fMRI to link brain activity to specific perceptual changes. This research really bridges the gap between subjective experience and objective neuroscience.
Exactly. It's a really exciting area of research. And this study is a significant step forward in understanding the complex interplay between psychedelics, perception, and the brain. It's a truly interdisciplinary approach, combining data science, neuroscience, and even a bit of anthropology, with this whole natural history angle.
Absolutely. It's a testament to the power of combining different fields of study to tackle complex questions. Thanks for breaking this down for us.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.